Hello, friends, and thanks for tuning into Taste Radio, the #1 podcast for anyone building a business in food or beverage. I'm Ray Latif, the editor and producer of Taste Radio, and with my co-hosts for this episode, John Craven, Jacqui Brugliera, and Mike Schneider. This episode features a conversation with Dr. Farnoosh Vadavi, the co-founder of Bala Enzyme, an innovative brand of plant-based drink mixes developed to speed recovery and reduce inflammation. I sat down with Dr. Farnoosh Vadavi just before I sat down with Lance Collins, the creator of several iconic beverage brands, including Body Armor, Fuse, NOS, Core Hydration.
I've been to that guy's house.
We've all been to that guy.
Yeah.
Actually, Jacqui, you haven't been to his house. No.
I haven't, but I've heard stories.
It's a very nice house. He has very nice cars, as one would think, for someone who's created multiple billion-dollar brands.
Landis also saved our lives on the way.
How so?
I mean, there's a guy just blew through the stop sign.
On a random intersection in
Right.
in Beverly Hills.
Yeah,
also, when you get like T-boned in Beverly Hills, the guy who hit you probably sues you.
I've heard that happens. But yeah, so we just published that interview with Lance Collins earlier this week on Tuesday. It's an eye-opening episode, is what I can tell you. So, or maybe an ear-opening episode in this case. But you can actually watch the video as well, which is on the YouTube. So tune in to the audio or video and hear all about what Lance is up to these days. Jacqui, what you're up to these days is attending summits, particularly one summit. It's called the Vegan Women's Summit, which you attended last week.
I was right next door to Beverly Hills. I was in West Hollywood. And it was great. It was a great event. I mean, it was inclusive to all genders, all people that had, different dietary restrictions. But the main core of it was to support people that are trying to eat plant forward. And there was a great mix of both brand founders, consumers, just people that I met that just wanted to meet their next best friend. It was kind of funny and cute. But a lot of great brands that were there. Beyond Meat was there and spoke, the CEO of Beyond Meat. They're launching a 4th iteration of their meats focused on both health and flavor. So I know they've gotten kind of some crap for some of the ingredients that go into their products. So they're really focused on removing some of that crap and using some avocado oil. But it was cool to hear because they were, I think a big theme across all of it was that there's some infighting amongst like vegans and people that are, all about plant forward eating, about whether you want to be very simple in your eating or whether you can rely on, more technology to build, some of these vegan meats. And they were all like, why are we fighting? Like, this doesn't help our common cause. As far as helping the world and having a more compassionate world towards animals. So I thought that was a nice little through line. And I saw a good amount of, tech-backed meats and vegan products that are just entering the marketplace.
Did you try the new Beyond Meat stuff? Were they sampling it?
Yeah, they were using it to create like these little croquettes, and they had empanadas, and it was really good. I noticed a difference in taste.
Well, we'll see how that fares for them, I guess.
The impact of just, grazing cows on the environment is certainly something that I've heard a lot of vegans talk about. And also just general cruelty to animals is a huge theme. So somebody who wants to make meat from other means, there's definitely still some argument about that, though, Jacqui, whether, lab-based meat, because it's still technically meat, is something that vegans want to eat anyway. So there's definitely not agreement about that.
Yeah. I think the key thing I took away was that there's definitely a spectrum of people that are, like, for example, I'm pescatarian, but I primarily eat plant-based. So they kept saying plant forward and trying to, just incorporate more plant-based eating, even if you're not like hardcore vegan, because no matter what, that's going to make an impact on the environment. And it's probably going to benefit your health. You might not be eating, clean, fully plant-based foods all the time, but if you're doing it at least part the time, then I think that is just a step in the right direction.
They made Jacqui go through the fish detector, and they took all the fish wipe out of her backpack on the way
I
in.
know.
Took
I
away
felt
all
kinda
your
like a
ceviche.
fraud.
all her for ceviche.
Well, I think the consumer is going to determine where this category or this segment of, meat goes. And it, right now it doesn't look great, honestly. I mean, Beyond Meat, their recent earnings report was not so great.
Hey, if you invested in Beyond Meat 5 years ago, you've lost 85% of your money. So
That's not a good thing.
that's not a good thing. No, I mean, I think,
Sounds like crypto.
it sounds like you should have put your money in crypto or GameStop or something. But yeah, I mean, I think it's, point with that is just that I think, it sort of felt like a step backwards in terms of the long-term commercial viability of this stuff. Been a lot of questions about that. And, it is, I think, a good sign if companies like Beyond Meat are trying to pivot, or, there was Meaty that just raised a bunch of money. I think it's, I don't know, just one of those, like the ups and downs of anything that's new and trying to implement significant change. So
I'm not sure what it's going to take for people to really be focused on climate impact in everything that they do, aside from just maybe sitting next to a glacier and having it just melt on top of you. I'm not sure.
I think also we're still at the beginning stages of plant-based meat. And I think just watching Beyond Meat pivot is showing that consumers are telling them that they want better for you options. So I think this is just kind of the beginning, and all these things are going to continue to evolve as we move forward.
Now, on the flip side of things, there's a brand called Actual Veggies, which is a maker of plant-based burgers and fries that are made with vegetables and whole vegetables, whole foods. And you can see it in the products that they sell. And they seem to be doing quite well. One of the co-founders of Actual Veggies, Jason Rosenbaum, recently announced on LinkedIn that the company secured investment from Relentless Consumer Partners. They are doubling, Actual Veggies that is, its retail presence from 3,000 to 6,000 doors in the coming months. Their super fries, which are made with sweet potatoes, are launching in nearly 1,000 stores, including a nationwide rollout at Sprouts. So I'm excited for this brand. This is a brand that I continue to root for. I'm really excited about, love eating, and don't really have any questions about the nutritional value or the environmental impact of what I'm eating. So I think this is just an easy sell, an easy education for me, and one that I can share easily with my friends and colleagues.
The packaging for Actual Veggies just pops right out at you too. You got green burger, orange burger, purple burger. I mean, I'm not sure exactly what a purple burger is, and a black burger, which is beans. So you get a sense of what you're getting from the packaging itself, and then they have clear window through to show you what you're getting to, and it looks really appetizing. So I just remember meeting Haley Schwartz at one of the expos when they first come out, and we geeked out on their packaging. They've just made some seriously great strides on that product.
Yeah, they should get some Actual Veggies at McDonald's, and they can call it the Grimace Burger. The purple one can be the Grimace Burger. What?
Like you're just eating Grimace?
No,
like kind of messed
The
up.
character?
Yeah, like
We just ground up Grimace and we have a new burger.
How awesome would that video be? Grimace with his short arms, like making the burger, the purple burger. I don't know. I love talking about Grimace on the show.
Hamburglar steals one, runs away.
No, he would never eat one of those. He's a carnivore through and through.
I mean, maybe he's turned over a new leaf. He went to the Vegan Women's Summit, and now he's
changed.
He's interested in Actual Veggies.
He's changed. Okay. I mentioned Lance Collins at the beginning of the show. Lance Collins, one of the co-founders of Body Armor, one of the most key employees at Body Armor. It's a man named Michael Fedeli who ran marketing for the brand. Michael Fedeli is back in the beverage business with a new brand. That brand is called Throne Sport Coffee. As the name suggests, this is a coffee for fitness-centric consumers. It has 150 milligrams of natural caffeine, As I mentioned, it comes in, or maybe I didn't mention, it comes in 4 varieties, made with natural caffeine, natural flavors, natural sweeteners, and B vitamins. This brand was launched in partnership with the one, the only NFL 3-time Super Bowl MVP, Patrick Mahomes, who is the lead investor in Throne Sport Coffee. We're all sampling this, at least Mike, John, and I are sampling their Mocha Java variety.
So sporty.
Yeah, which contains 50 calories per 11-ounce can. Go ahead, Jacqui.
I guess I'm just a little confused. Is this just coffee with a couple of vitamins, or?
Yeah, the way they're positioning this product is coffee plus, and it says it right here on the side of the can. They list exactly what the benefits are in terms of its ingredients. Again, 150 milligrams of natural caffeine made with Arabica coffee. Electrolytes, potassium and sodium is added, and they also have BCAAs, which are included in some energy drinks as well.
Right.
But
it's got that energy vibe about it too. It's certainly coffee. You can tell it's coffee. Every single one of the SKUs looks like coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what Michael told me is that this is a brand of premium coffee, a better for you option for folks who drink coffee on the go. And, intended to be a very mainstream offering. I think some of the products and brands that you mentioned, Mike, had a much more natural or specialty kind of focus, whereas Throne is actually launching in the C-Store channel. So very exciting stuff. We have an interview with Michael and Patrick Mahomes coming to Taste Radio next week. I'm not going to reveal too many more details about Throne Super Coffee because I want you all to tune into that episode. It is a fantastic conversation. The only thing I didn't see in terms of ingredients in Throne Sport Coffee that I think would benefit this brand.
I think I know where you're going with this.
Yeah, I think I do too.
I think
Jack
so too.
knows. John doesn't know.
Immunity, perhaps?
Perhaps an immunity benefit.
Yeah, I think immunity boost would be great.
I would love to see a Muse as a key ingredient in Throne Sport Coffee. And you know what? More now than ever. Consumers are looking for ways to boost their immune systems. And Immuse gives them that edge. Immuse is a dietary and food ingredient clinically shown to stimulate immune function at the cellular level. Incorporate Immuse into your innovation strategy and help your consumers optimize their health throughout the year. Learn more at ImmuseHealth.com. That's IMMUSE health.com. Now, I'm hoping, and I think we may, Mike's got his fingers crossed.
I do.
We may see a couple of the founders, or at least the founder and a key investor of Throne Sport Coffee at the upcoming BevNet Live Summer 2024 event, which is happening in New York City on June 12th and 13th. We've got so much going on, including a big announcement about the agenda. The agenda is out. It's available. You can go to the site and check it out and see exactly all of the amazing stuff that's going to be happening on stage at BevNet Live, including a conversation with the founder of one of the fastest growing brands in the beverage industry, that's Lemon Perfect. The founder is Yanni Hufnagel.
Yanni Hufnagel.
He is the founder and CEO of this amazing brand. Also going to be hearing from top executives at retailers including Whole Foods, Diageo Ventures, GoPuff, and many, many more. Now is the time to sign up. Register for BevNet Live. Very easy to do so. Go to BevNET.com and you will join us in New York City.
Yeah. We also release the full list of companies that are registered. So you can go to the website, check that out, start planning your event, planning who you want to meet with. You can see that at BevNetLive.com.
Outstanding.
We've got some great speakers, right? We've got Quentin Venny from Equity is going to be on stage. We've got Sarah Nguyen from fast-growing Nguyen Coffee Supply. Our dear friend Paul Vogt from Ora Bora. There's going to be some great talks happening at BevNet Live.
Paul's great. We've had Paul on the show a couple of times. He is just...
Ashley Selman and Britt Doherty from Haywell.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Haywell. That's a brand that we saw grow from a tiny little brand, and that they're making waves.
I'm also seeing on the list of attendees quite a few investors, which now is the time to talk to these investors, right? I mean,
I mean, when isn't it the time?
I'm telling
Let's
you,
be
Time
honest.
is when you don't need money.
Money, investors are writing tons of checks. You still want to talk to investors. Times are a little tighter. You still want to talk to investors.
This is true. And I'm sure folks are going to be like, yes, I would love to come to BevNet Live. I would love to talk to investors. They get to the show and they're like, I'm not really seeing the people, or I don't know the people that I should be talking to. Guess what? We do. So come and talk to us. Find me, find Jacqui, find Mike, find Jon, find anyone on the BevNet team. We'll do our best to make those connections, introduce you to folks, make sure you have those meetings, those introductions. And yeah, I mean, that's a big part of coming to the show is
Come hang out and have a Negroni with us.
There you go.
Or a Delta 9 hemp-infused beverage if that's your fault.
Yes.
Let's say you're shy. You're not a great networker. Just turn to the person next to you and ask them a question. Like, everybody there is there to do the exact same thing that you are, which is advance their business. So there's nothing really to be it's a really safe space. There are no stupid questions. Everybody there is like varying degrees of experience in the beverage industry. There are tons of experts there too. I mean, people know the answers to your questions, and if they don't, they know who can answer them. That's the awesome thing about BevNet Live.
this is true.
Business gets done.
And it's in New York City. It's June,
that's fun too.
It's in the heart of New York City
Yeah.
too. I mean, I feel like this is the place where you hop in a cab, you hop on the subway, you can be anywhere pretty quickly. Well,
Like a legit cocktail bar or a retailer check-in, you know.
I like how
Maybe both.
Jon keeps leading with the cocktails. It is a key.
Well, you
key
guys are all
benefit.
business.
where
I'm
his
trying to
mind's at.
promote the the fun stuff, the sampling,
The
the
sampling,
networking.
very important, the sampling. Now, BevNet Nosh insiders and attendance at BevNet Live will have a bit more information, perhaps a lot more information than they had in previous weeks and months. That sounds very cryptic, but Jacqui, what am I talking about?
Yes, let me decipher. So we are rolling out a new partnership with leading data providers where we're going to be publishing frequent reports that cover the industry, that give, recent trends, data-driven analysis and insights, information on category size. Pretty much, we're going to be working closely with them to come up with reports that are relevant to our insiders that we know that you need. And these are, data points that usually you have to pay for, you have to unlock through other services. This is something that is exclusive to our insiders. And we're rolling out first with Brightfield Group. So you'll be seeing the first report launching on Tuesday, May 28th.
I love this. I really do. Because getting data is often expensive. It's often difficult to determine what data you need, how it's going to benefit your business. And we are creating this opportunity for folks to have very specific information that is going to help them drive their businesses forward at no extra cost. The only fee is being an insider, and that is itself a very limited cost. So I would highly encourage folks, if you're not already, to become an insider, to get access to this information, because it is extremely valuable information.
Yeah. And if you do want to get in on this, I recommend subscribing now, because we do have a special discount for soon-to-be insiders. Just head to nosh.com, find the press release about our new reports, and you'll find that discount.
Hoorah. I was never in the Marines. That's why I
Yeah,
can't
I
do
was like, that was a
correctly.
weird.
Yeah.
Is that a Man U thing?
No, that's a Marines thing, and I'm not even.
Is that what you?
My apologies to anyone who was actually a Marine and listening to this episode.
Is that what you say when Man U gets a whooping?
You guys keep getting on my case about Man U. I am totally done with this season, so it doesn't
the
matter.
worst
to me
season
what we
ever.
say. Yeah, it's
I
a pretty
love
bad
that.
season.
You just took a knee. That's cool.
He did.
Yeah.
He just
Wrong
took a knee.
sport.
Tap
Wrong
it out.
sport.
We're mixing sports.
You know-
because,
You are
I'm just
mixing
trolling
sports,
you. So.
yeah.
I just reminded Ray that the year I was born was last time that Man United were relegated.
1967? Mike, jeez.
Ray was 73.
Oh, 73. Okay. Oh, geez. I added 6 years to your age.
Don't give out important personal information on the podcast.
Probably shouldn't be doing that. Can we start? Can we go from? We were all sipping on some coffee.
Yeah, what are we sipping now?
Can we sip on some wine?
Is it non-alcoholic wine?
It is de-alkalized wine.
Yes,
then why not?
please.
Yeah. So
Pass the bottle around for a swig.
Right. Geez. Every time I bring up a product, the first thing that happens is Jon shoots his arm out, and it's just like his
No,
left
you're
arm.
because what you're doing. You ever the type of you've probably been to a restaurant like this, where they put your plate down and then they're like pointing at it and describing it for like 5 hours.
I wasn't describing anything.
That's
for
like
5
basically
hours.
like you introing products on here.
I'm trying to tell you how great it's going to be, and how special it is, and how privileged you are to have it in front of you, and then you just want to drink it.
All right, fair
Or
enough.
eat it.
Okay, drink it or eat it. Okay, so I recently got shipped a bottle of dealcoholized wine called Saint Viviana, and it was sent.
Oh, isn't she on the marketing team?
She is a saint.
Nicely done. Nicely done. It was sent to me by a retailer called The Zero Proof. This has no
Excellent
alcohol,
retailer.
obviously, or it has less than 0.5% alcohol by volume. We talked about.
we got to get Viv some Saint Viviana merch.
Yeah.
we
do.
talked about
I think she
non-alc.
would like this.
She would definitely like it.
We've talked about non-alc wines in the past episodes.
Why are you pouring it over your laptop?
Oh
You're
my
not due for an upgrade.
It ain't my laptop.
my
All right.
Every single time. I mean, you learn nothing from
Look,
having
there's a
his company laptop
There's
stolen
a big
it in
puddle on his shift key.
and out.
He's got a puddle on his shift key over there. Oh my goodness.
All right. Anyway.
Oh my
Did
goodness.
you decant this?
I did not decant this. So this contains 10 calories per serving. The serving is 8 ounces. As I was trying to say, we've talked about non-alcoholic wines in the podcast in past episodes, and unfortunately, not a lot of them have been great, at least the still varieties. So I'm excited to try this and find out whether or not it's okay.
Right over the laptop. There it goes again.
It's like we need to turn this into a social reel with some smoke coming out of his laptop.
You know what?
Sparks.
You know what?
He's got
Don't worry.
packing peanuts.
We're not trying to talk about this right now. Yes, I'm using a packing peanut to dry out
That's
my
a good.
laptop.
That's
right
a good
here.
use of it.
Okay.
Now that's gonna decompose and then get into the keys and just make things worse.
All right. So
Nice work, Ray.
this is tasty. I like this quite a bit. This is a Cabernet Sauvignon from Paso Robles, California.
It tastes more like a Chianti though. It's like a lot lighter. It just without the alc. It still tastes like wine to me, and tastes like a good wine, but it just lacks the oomph of a Cabernet Sauvignon.
Well, it lacks the I don't know,
the body.
the sweetness almost.
Yeah.
This is very tart.
I like it. I think I would drink this. I would have a hard time drinking it as a Cabernet Sauvignon.
Yeah, I mean, my thought on this is that if it just said that it was red wine, I would probably mentally be like, "This is great."
Yes.
100%. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, this is a great wine and probably one of the best
Have some more.
still non-alcoholic wines that I've consumed. Yes, probably just calling it a red wine would
It's
be a better option.
fantastic, really.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like just, especially for someone who misses wine.
Well,
This is it's really good.
Mike goes in for a second.
I'm going in for more.
He goes in for a second. Did you want to?
I'm good.
All right, we'll get some of this to
The smell is phenomenal too.
to
like
the
just
San Diego office, Jacqui.
The
So
Yes.
nose on it is really spectacular. I think there's a lot of good things going on. Thank you, Saint Viviana.
exactly. Now,
Hey, you want to talk
got
about Levo?
Levo? What's Levo?
Levo is a soda that is it's a prebiotic soda. There's orange creamsicle, there's voodoo cola, there's a lemon lime. It's backed by super chef Timothy Hollingsworth, formerly of French Laundry, and also
I believe it's called the French Laundry.
The French Laundry. Sorry,
You
sorry, Ray.
uncouth swine.
Sorry, Ray.
Uncultured.
I know I'm
swine.
Whatever.
I'm so uncomfortable. And my Newton
Uncouth, whatever.
fellow Newton masshole BJ Novak
BJ Novak of
of The Office
The Office. Yes, indeed.
and other things.
So it's a better for you soda that contains probiotics.
This is a prebiotic soda.
I'm sorry, prebiotic.
Yeah, this one's about the fiber and the flavor. Fiber and flavor. 0 caffeine, 0 aspartame, 0 sucralose. Easy for me to say. 80% less sugar. It's 5 grams of sugar, and it's the flavor is awesome. You know what? I really enjoyed, and unfortunately there was only one in the office, but the cola is excellent, and we don't say that a lot about colas that we, like prebiotic soda colas, that we just really like the cola. I thought it was stellar, and I'd be curious to hear what you guys
Can
think
I see
of
the
it.
front of the can?
Yes.
So I like this. I I like the idea of a prebiotic soda with a really uncommon flavor like orange creamsicle. The problem I have with this, and maybe it's not that much of a problem, is that it's the brand name is kind of hard to read. It is vertical.
Mm-hmm.
It blends in with the color of the can. If I saw this from far away, I would think the name of the brand is Lee or Le Vo. I'm not sure.
I just don't think that's very important. I think the most important thing is that you know it's an orange
whatever
soda.
you just said is just
What are you
irrelevant.
What are you talking about?
I mean, it does look like, if you just look at the top of this can, it looks like it's, I don't know what it looks like, an orange slice in a creamsicle, and then what is this part? What is that supposed to be? But you turn it on the side. Oh yeah, there you go. Okay, but the orange creamsicle is easy to read. So is prebiotic soda.
But you've never been a fan of vertical.
Nah, I'm not a fan.
Logos.
Definitely not.
No. Okay. All right. Mike's getting
Also,
heated
just
there.
FYI, our dear friends at Olipop make an orange creamsicle too.
Do they?
Yeah.
I was not aware of
That
this.
is also very tasty.
Okay. We also got some new protein cookies from a brand called Good Word. These are individually wrapped cookies that contain 11 grams of protein per cookie. They are
there's two sizes of those cookies, so watch yourself there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
good call. Okay, so yeah, one of them contains 6 grams and one contains 11 grams. The 3 varieties or 3 flavor varieties that I saw upstairs were chocolate chip, double chocolate, and peanut butter chip. I have not had these yet, but I'm excited to try them. I'm hesitant to try this right now because we're about to have lunch. But
I wouldn't. They're a little on the heavy side, like for to eat right before lunch. But
yeah,
they're super tasty.
Yeah. 210 calories for the 11 grams of protein variety and 110 for the 6 grams of protein.
I really like
variety.
the double chocolate. The peanut butter. The peanut butter's good too. Peanut butter's good.
Those are solid.
No gluten, grains, dairy, refined sugar, or whey. Very good.
I like the packaging on those too. It's like, I don't know, just clean, you know? Like it's not filled with a lot of like technical stuff like a lot of protein products are.
You know how I always say there's good words on the package?
Hey, there you go. Literally.
They ran with that whole idea. I'm not saying it was my idea, but they only want good words on their packaging. Now, that said, there is no this, no that, no the other thing. So there are some bad words on the packaging, but they're negated. Like, no way.
I see.
You know?
Yeah.
I was like, bad words.
Right.
Like swears.
Right. No, well, it doesn't, the F word is not on the package that I've seen yet.
Jack and I were both like, what words are you talking about, Mike? Now, yeah, very straightforward in terms of the
like
label design.
gluten-free.
Okay, yes. You have the flavor name, label hierarchies, flavor name, and on either side of the flavor name, it's gluten-free and grain-free. The brand name is very bold and eye-catching, and then protein cookie at the bottom of the package with has dairy-free and the number of grams of protein on either side of the protein cookie call-out.
Still a cookie, but it's better for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I kind of wish the like the flavor name and the protein cookie were flipped.
I think so. I think that's a great call.
Because then it's sort of hierarchically correct.
But the hero is supposed to be protein cookie.
But
actually, the hero is good word.
Yeah,
but
no, I mean,
don't.
don't change that. I love the good word right in the middle.
You know what we call you in central Massachusetts? A nitpicker.
Nitpicker.
Yeah, picking nits.
Picking nits, kid.
Yeah. See, Jacqui knows what I'm talking
So your
about.
Toll Booth
Yes,
Willie
I do.
impersonation.
I feel like I have this like reserve of Boston knowledge and like a dictionary for all of the references that still lives there, even though I live in California and I say the 5, but Boston's still ingrained in me.
Throwback.
Bye.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I want to make one final call out. This is just me. The fine folks from Cien Chiles, founders Maria and Felipe. I saw Felipe at the Naturally San Diego Pitchland, but they sent over some more Cien Chiles. Cien Chiles is a maker of better for you, authentic hot sauce. They sent me their habanero variety, which only contains, in terms of ingredients, vine tomatoes, onions, water, sunflower oil, apple cider vinegar, lemon juice, habaneros, sea salt, and garlic, which is, I mean,
All you need. That stuff is awesome. I'm getting hungry just hearing you read the
Super
label.
clean ingredients.
Super
and
clean,
so tasty.
so delicious.
Nice folks too.
There's a jar for you, John.
Oh,
I have one
look at
final
that.
shout out too, Ray. So the fine folks at Fishwife, they have a billboard. They were really excited about their billboard. And I was thinking about, if any brand should have a billboard, it should be theirs because the aesthetic is so beautiful. I just feel like it's, it makes the environment just that much nicer. I want one above my house.
It's art.
Yeah,
It's street art.
What a nice aesthetic of that brand.
Not good for property value.
I'm not going to put up a billboard, a Fishwife billboard.
On
I'm
your
tempted.
house. On your house.
I'm tempted.
You know what they call a billboard in central Massachusetts, right?
A billboard?
A billboard.
Billboard kid?
Yeah.